5 holiday traditions started because of poverty. 5. Meet me under the mistletoe. Mistletoe is a parasitic plant. Its use as a holiday decoration shares, with holly, the virtues of being easy to find and decorative at a time of year when few other plants looked their best. Like holly, it was a natural choice for the poor due to its easy access. The Greeks used mistletoe as a cure-all, but the Druids saw it as a symbol of vivacity in the 1st century. Mistletoe thrived when everything else seemed dead. This small step led people to see the plant as a fertility symbol, hence our tradition of kissing under the mistletoe. This tradition of snatching a kiss seems to have gained popularity in 18th century England, amongst the servants in the great houses, mainly through the literature of the day. Washington Irving's Christmas Eve comes to mind. 4. Winner winner turkey dinner. There is a story that Turkish merchants brought a tasty African fowl to Europe. In Britain, this bird quickly became known as a turkey. Long before Britain established colonies in America, a trader named William Strickland got hold of some American fowl that he sold in Bristol in 1526. These new birds were also named, somewhat unscientifically, as turkeys. Henry VIII decided that the English should eat turkey at Christmas. Although he often seemed to act on a whim, this was a question of the domestic economy. Midwinter was a terrible season for farmers. Most farmers were poor with small plots of land that could support only a few animals. The farmers could kill a chicken or slaughter a cow to celebrate the Christmas feast, but these animals were productive. Farmers could sell the eggs and milk, so they could not afford to lose them. Hence, turkey became an ideal substitute. 3. Yule logs, from wood to cake. Originally, a Yule log was, well, a large log. In poor households, the fireplace was a source of heat and light. It was the center of the home, where the whole family gathered. The family would cook their meals and chat in the dark winter evenings. In the cold and dark days as the year turned toward spring, a huge Yule log would burn throughout the 12 days of Christmas, from December 25th to January 5th. Yule is from the Norse word, wheel, meaning wheel. The Norse believed that the Yule log would usher in the sun, leading to warmth and longer days. Today, many only know of Yule log as a tasty holiday dessert. A Yule log cake is a chocolate sponge cake rolled with a cream filling. The cake is then covered with chocolate ganache to resemble an actual wood log. A delicious treat, without the splinters and fiber. 2. Milk and cookies for Santa. Leaving milk and cookies for Santa is a large part of the United States holiday tradition, so it might be difficult to believe that it is quite a recent addition to Christmas. In America, leaving snacks out for Santa seems to have started during the Great Depression. With so many people out of work, poverty was a real fear. No one could be certain they would have a job the following week. Everyone knew someone who had fallen on hard times. In the households that were lucky enough to celebrate Christmas, some parents tried to teach their children the importance of giving and showing solidarity with those less fortunate than themselves. The leaving out of cookies and milk was symbolic, true, but an important lesson. However, the tradition had long been popular in other parts of the world. Like several other holiday customs, it originated in Northern Europe. The holiday tradition stems from the god Odin riding around the skies on his 8-legged horse, Sleipnir. During the Yule season, children would leave out food for Sleipnir, hoping that a grateful Odin would bring them a present in return. Rudolph and Santa's reindeer are an echo of Odin and Sleipnir. 1. Salvation Army bell ringers. Salvation Army bell ringers are perhaps the holiday tradition most obviously connected to poverty and need. The holiday season sees bell ringers in virtually every shopping area in the country. I can hear the bells, even now. The Salvation Army began when William and Catherine Booth organized a mission on military principles to help the needy in London, England. The Salvation Army is now an international institution that offers help to all who need it, regardless of faith or circumstance. However, the tradition of Salvation Army bell ringers is purely American and began in San Francisco, California, in 1891. The United States had recently come out of a short but damaging recession. Many people had moved west in search of new opportunities, but not all were successful. Salvation Army Captain Joseph McPhee had the worthy, but relatively modest aim to bring some cheer to the unfortunate. That Christmas, Captain McPhee decided that he would like to host a Christmas dinner for 1,000 of the city's destitute and set out a red pot at the Oakland ferry landing with a sign that asked people to keep the pot boiling, to draw attention to the event and raise the necessary funds. This was the origin of the red kettles that the Salvation Army still use, and bell ringing advertises their presence. In 2019, the Salvation Army raised $126 million through its bell ringing campaign. Their presence on our streets during the holiday season is a reminder of the true spirit of Christmas.